Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and to all the fans of Eplan, welcome to every Friday with Eplan Tech Magic begins to raise the standard. So someone was asking that, okay, when I create a PLC diagram, first thing, can we create a PLC diagram? And the second thing, can we combine the PLC diagram? Third thing, can we get one row empty between every new DT comes? So that was the question. So today we'll try to explore. Is it possible to get one row empty after every new DT? Okay. So these three things we'll just try to explore. First, we'll try to see that how do we create a PLC diagram. Okay. Second, we'll see that how do we combine that. Third, we will see that how do we keep row empty for every new DT. So how do we do it? For this row empty, we can have a different ways of working it, but it all depends on how we want to have it. And again, I'm repeating, forms or documentation, that is a very powerful in Eplan. And the best part is, if you get time, try to spend time on our gold mine of Eplan data. It's nothing but Eplan engineering standard. You get a lot of different forms, you get a lot of different ideas over there. So it can give you lot many things out of that. Okay. And don't forget, today's topic is also related to the brain, our brain, Eplan electric P8. Okay, so with that we will just quickly go. As I said, we will see the possibility of how to create PLC diagram, we will understand how to combine it. Later we will see that what is that we have to fine tune in form to get the output what we are looking for. So as usual, you know that to get those things you should know first what is his tools, generate and template. So how do we add that PLC diagram? So that is the one which you have to be aware. And another thing is in the forms, where do we play that? Is it in the data area, data footer area, which is a place which will yield us the result what we're looking for. Okay. So keeping this in mind, we will just switch quickly to Eplan. So here we go. We are into the Eplan. So now what I did, I created a new project, and after that I just pulled this project. Now I don't have any report related to that. So what I do it is, yeah, definitely I have a PLC to see quickly. If I go to the view and if I go to that PLC data, you can see PLCs are already available. So you know that navigators how to open. If you go to that view and if you open, you will see all the navigators. When you don't have any page, you may not be able to see it. But once you have any one particular page, automatically the view, this ribbon will come. And after that, you will find all the navigators here. I think this you are already aware about it. So please make sure this is the way which you can find whatever navigator is required for you. So on the similar lines, we'll have this PLC data and we know that PLC is available. Very good. So now we'll go back to tools. We click on this generate. Now what I said, I will go to that templates where I have 5 icons. So below that, I want to just add that PLC diagram. So what I do, I'll click on this new. And after that, yes, this is a PLC diagram I'm looking for. And after that, I'll say click OK. And then I want to add a form. So what I do, I'll try to add this F19003. So I'll say open. So always in the preview window, you can see it if you make it small with that form and everything. Okay. Click OK. And after that, it is asking for document type. So let's see, do I have any document type related to that? Okay. Let me take the same thing, overview of PLC1. Okay. We will try to store it in this. But that is all about that 3-letter code. I think if you can remember that last time also we had spoke, that is IEC 61355. So it tells you that whatever you created, it should have a 3-letter code. The first letter code talks about which stream you're working, and the other 2 letters talks about what kind of document you are preparing it. E is electrical, F is that related to that is how it will be. You will be getting at those informations. Oh, sorry. Again, I have to go back. Again, I have to select that PLC diagram. I have to select the form. I have to click on this and I have to select the document type. I'm just keeping it with EFA. And after that, I'll say click OK. Now I want to generate it. You can select it. Here only you can right click and say generate report. It will generate only PLC diagram. If you select the entire thing and if you click it, it will create an entire reports will be done. Or if you don't have this window, so if you can remember, if you don't have this window, so this particular button of this one is created with help of this one. So if you click on this, it will also create whatever is related to that part. So right now I'm interested only on this PLC diagram. So I will say generate. So as it generates, now if I go down, I can see that there is a PLC diagram is coming up. So every DT is having a separate page. So it is coming in a separate page. Now how do I club? The first thing. So how do I club? So let us check what is the way. Sometimes it will be there controlled in the form. Sometimes it will be there in the control in the settings. So first let us check, is there any control in the settings. So where we have to go? We have to go to the tools and generate, come back to that, settings, output to pages. This is a place, and you see where is a PLC diagram. This is a PLC diagram. So when you go to this is a 19th PLC diagram, and if you see this is a combine here, what is trying to say, so I have to just click on this particular part. So this you have to be familiar. So what you have to do, you have to just find out what is a PLC diagram, run through this, and you see on the top where exactly it shows combine. Combine means this is the one. So if you don't click this button and if it is still is not happening, then the control will be in the form. So when you click this, then there is no control in the form. Okay, this is very important. So once you are done with this, you say click OK. After that, you select again. Again, you can say generate reports. Okay, so now what happens is, now you see that PLC diagram here, you can see it. Yes, one is now you are getting is KE1, KE2, all those things one below the other, you are able to get it. Now our next one idea is, how do I give a gap between them? So one row gap. So if I want to have a one row gap, is it possible to create that? So that is what we have to see. So when you want to have a one row gap, we have to play with, there is a various way. So we have to just put one footer there, and automatically in the footer we can play the way we wanted, and we see that how exactly we can be able to do that particular one. So for that, first we have to open a form. To open a form, what you have to do? You have to go to PLC diagram. We have to say right click, go to properties, find out what is a form. Form name is F19_003. Perfect, and it is a PLC diagram. So this is a F19 one. So I have to go to master data, form, open. So once I go there, you see that, yeah, already I've kept open PLC diagram. So I'll just make a copy of it. So, and after that, what I do it is I'll give some name so that I can identify easily which one I'm working. I'll say rename F13. So I'll say Eplan tip. So I'll just put 2026 so that I'll also have that. So now I'll try to open this particular form. So how do you want to control, where you want to control, all those things or will be visible. When I press U, I think you can see all intelligence are all available. We have a header, we have a data area. So as I said earlier, data area with placeholder object, that only can multiply the information. Now our requirement is, for after every DD completed, we need one row empty. So do we need to play with the data area? Do we need to play with the data footer area? There will be various different ways to do it. But today we are trying to explore with help of this data footer area. Okay. So this data footer area, I want to play with that. So as you go there here, and if I say select associated objects, yeah, you see that you don't have any such things. So what I do it is now this data footer area. So let me just expand this particular one. Okay. Just a minute. Yes. Okay. So this I'll just delete it and I'll come back for this. Not a problem. So now I have, this is a box. So what I do, I'll say that right click, select associated object, it is selecting everything. And after that, I'll use a method called duplicate. So then I will type 0 space. Below I need, so I'll say -16 so that I will get the entire box. Yeah, I need only one. So I'll say click OK. You see that entire box, you are getting it. So how I did it, if you can remember, I think you already have that particular form. How to create a form. I have created one video in that you would have seen it, how we can play it. So here I don't need any of these things. So I need one empty box. So I just made that ready-made with that box. Empty box can be ready for me. On top of it, now what I do, I'll go to insert. I will go to data footer area. So this is my data footer area. So what I do, I'll just select it from this corner to this corner. I'll select it. And now I had a data footer area. I'll say right click, select associated objects. It got selected. Now what I do it is I'll close the form and I'll see that what it happens. So I'll go to tools. I'll go to generate. This is the form and here is a form selection option. So templates that is why it is so powerful. If I go to PLC diagram here, I can go there. I say that which is a form I required. I can just choose the data modified. See, always most of the time if you go there with date modified, it will show the latest one what you have, the modification which you have done. After that, I'll select this and I'll click on this. I'll say click OK. Now you see that automatically you are getting it. this particular one, you can see that there is a blank row is coming up here. See? So after every DT, you see that automatically you are getting a blank row. Without doing much of stuff, you are getting one blank row the way you wanted to have it on that. Okay. So this is possible with help of Eplan the way you wanted to play. So that's why I'm saying that data footer area is very powerful to know what is that you want to achieve with help of Eplan. So that makes a bigger impact for you to have it. See, without much of us, we were able to get this particular one on those lines. Okay. So in the footer area, all that I did is I just added one box, automatically you are getting it. Those informations can be done in this fashion. Okay. So this is quite simple. In these lines you will be able to get it. So you saw that how to combine it, and if you want to split it, how do you want to split it? That is also possible. Or tomorrow if somebody says when I want to split it for some in a different logic or something, if I want to have it, that could be possible. But if you want to have it, then that also is possible. I'll just quickly show you. That may not be required in this case, but I just want to quickly show you that. So if I go to that information here, so whenever you have a footer area, so when you double click here, there is an option. So when you click new, so you can control footer on what basis that it has to do it. So the right now the way we took the DT part, similarly we can also get it here saying that DT. When I select it, it will show DT displayed there. Okay. So now what happens is based on the DT I can play with that. So anything if you want to have it, we have a lot of parameters. You should have the logic on what basis it has to change. So if you set that, automatically it will change according to that requirement. So right now I took a DT displacement, but you can select whatever you require. So there is no hard fast rule. It has to be done only with a DT display, or anything can be done. So you have a part references, many things are available. So now I added this part. So once I add this particular one, you see that that particular text will be visible here. So if in case I don't want this to be displayed, then you have an option where it can be made it invisible. So if I go to this particular one, invisible, yes. So you will be having it in this fashion. So means footer, data footer area, at what time it has to come, that information we can have it there. So now what I do it is, I will select this, and if I go to the tools and if I say update, okay, so that one you can see it, see here it shows. So now it is breaking, that particular row is coming because of the DT. So in our earlier cases, putting that just the box itself, it was able to achieve this. But if in case you need something else to be controlled, then you have to tell what is that you want to control. So in that you have to find out what is a property element, on what basis that footer has to come at what place. Okay, that is very important for you to get an idea. On that line you will be able to create it. See, as I go there, now it will show that all those DT. See, it is showing me that K2. So as it finishes the K3, then you are getting a K3. Because it is invisible, it may not be printed in Eplan. Okay, so that is what you will be able to achieve it. So that's why I'm saying when you see the footer, it can do many things. As I see more and more examples, as you see it, you can see that what all the things can be done with help of a footer. So this is what I was trying to say. So today we just touched a tip of that iceberg. So I can say on the data footer area part of it. So don't forget, again I'm saying it, we have a gold mine of data. Gold mine of data is nothing but Eplan engineering standard. Please spend some time on that and you will get a lot of better data over there. And I love to say again and again, so don't miss those opportunities. When it comes to documentation, Eplan is very powerful, and to get a lot of ideas, Eplan engineering standard is the best way to get it. Okay, and don't forget, our brain is very powerful. That is Eplan Electric P8. So before I could say goodbye, I love to say like to load more contents. Please comment to get quality output. Please share to reach maximum users, and don't forget to subscribe. And my name is Vishnuvardhan Reddy. Jai Hind. Have a great day.